is there a thread of DNA? Is there a core to it that the average person listening, or the elite person listening, or the person that's completely at the beginning of their journey, they can develop and mold themselves to become?
Absolutely. Like, I've thought about this quite a bit. I could possibly argue with you that everything is a skill. If you can practice it, learn it, and retain it, develop it, it's a skill. There are very, very few things I would consider not a skill. In other words, that you can't learn. And the corollary of that is that if you don't continue to practice it, you lose it. And I'm talking about whether it be disciplines, even emotions, empathy, or, your desire to support and care for people. Those are all skills. And if you don't practice them, you will lose them. So yes, you can learn the skills necessary and the behaviors necessary for a high performance environment, without a doubt.
It's encouraging to hear, because I think that the phrase high performance and mindset and all these very popular terms at the moment get thrown around in so many ways. And I think actually the simplification of it makes it quite an empowering thing to hear, because it means that just by doing the reps, acknowledging that skills are there to be developed, but they can also go dormant, means that we have so much more control over becoming the person that we want to be. And as you said, having total faith in the fact that whatever you work hard towards is what you can become, which is it can become what was once a reality for people, can feel like a fairy tale after enough punches in the face from the universe, because you will get punched in the face from the universe, won't you?
Absolutely. And I think, I forget, is it 15 years ago, there were a whole load of studies on genetics, and people were identifying genes and going, okay. And then people started to reflect more on epigenetics. Brilliant, because that period where everybody was doing so much research just solely on genetics, people were kind of going, oh, well, I mustn't have the gene for that. No, you can develop the skills. And I describe that as it's like a 100-meter race. Yes, some blocks might be a few inches behind someone else's, but that's your genes. That's the starting point. The race, the training, that's your epigenetics. That's what you choose to do, the behaviors. And yeah, you can develop any of those skills. The other point is, what else are you going to do? What other mindset are you going to have going into life? What are you going to give up? No. There are skills that perhaps if, I call them, they're limiting factors, in our life. Like we have things that we have, it could be communication. I'm a poor communicator. Could be a limiting factor. Well, you can work on that. You can develop that skill. You can improve it. You might not be the world's best communicator, but you can improve it. It's a skill.